Howdy, welcome to Dusty Death. I forgot to think of an opening. Who has a fun fact?
Flesh is
Opening.
You guys want to
overrated.
hear? I'm not saying that fun fact. I don't know if we want to go to
But
that point.
you don't want the audience at home to know that skin will melt at 120 degrees Fahrenheit.
I'm not sure that that's completely accurate because that sounds really low.
No,
Do
I've
you
been
want to
up,
know the flashpoint of human skin?
guys. I've been
No,
uploading
God
to
no.
YouTube Kids
The
this whole
flashpoint of human
time.
skin is 1,600. That's when your
Fair,
skin
yeah.
starts catching fire.
I think
That
having
makes sense.
flesh is overrated, and I also wish to become boneless. Can I just become a
Hey,
existence without a form?
hey,
Man,
guys! Good news. Apparently, the temperature to damage your skin through a burning is only 109.
man, this is not going on YouTube Kids. Damn it.
Dang
Wait,
it.
we wouldn't be able to compete with Elsa over there.
Shut the fuck
No.
up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut your
That was
goddamn
so
stupid
age
mouth.
appropriate for children.
We're more
As
age appropriate than Elsa.
a fun fact for Finn and Finn alone, since he wants to become boneless. Fun fact: the dude who took the most radiation in his entire life, his bones were melting. So,
Ooh,
Apparently, that's not that big of a
promise?
deal as we've. Oh no, that's not the horrifying thing about him. It's the fact that like as he was dying, he said multiple times, "Kill me," as
oh yeah,
his entire body was kept alive through machines, as every single one of his organs were melting.
So,
see,
uh,
I wasn't gonna mention all that. I was just gonna mention the bone melting thing.
so,
Oh
He
how
lived
about,
for like a
What?
month, I think,
s-
yeah,
in
so, guy,
hibernation.
so guys, who
So fun
wants to
fact.
recap? Who wants to recap last week? Oh
Okay, so
God.
I'm
Andra
scared.
melted her bones.
Pretz has a fun fact
All
because
right,
his
go
fun
ahead,
facts are
Ariel.
usually good.
Oh yeah, Ariel, you got a fun fact
Gelatinous
that.
cubes reproduce asexually. They just kind of split, and then the smaller bit of the gelatinous cube wanders around until it grows up, and it's kind of funny. And sometimes they'll run into each other, and they'll just so okay. Sometimes they'll run into each other, and there's a 50-50 chance that they'll either try to eat each other or they will fuse and become big slime for a while.
Love that.
So does that mean if
Nice.
Moss finds another Moss, there's a 50% chance we get Mega
Why do you think?
Moss?
Why do you think I had him try to go over to the slime dog?
Slime dog, slime dog. Ooh,
Dog slime,
Moss
dog.
werewolf, Moss werewolf.
Moss
But
werewolf.
but yeah, guys, who wants to recap last session?
Okay, so Andra's head exploded after medical malpractice.
Nice. Who we suing?
The,
Argus.
the government.
Suing
The
Billy
Government.
Bob?
government.
We
No, Billy
fought
Bob
our
actually
friend.
helped.
We
I
fought our
mean, I
friend.
it looks like he
It was
didn't
a
do
very
too
sad
well.
time.
That was not last session. Last session was the hospital.
Last session was
Yeah,
the hospital. Okay, I'm
Well, no, we went to Argus and who
3
went into
hours
their medical
asleep.
ward.
yeah, it's the Argus Medical Ward. That's the hospital y'all were in. And Andra, uh, you still have to roll disadvantage for that one thing.
Oh,
Jeez. Uh-oh, that's not good.
Yeah, because I was off doing my
And
own thing.
yeah, and as the or we'll do the other thing a little bit later. But yeah, Andra got medically detoxed, and they are a drug addict. And magical medical detoxing basically just removes it all from your system.
ah,
Uh, so Andra, we're kind of starting the session now. To really quick recap, everyone went to uh, everyone was preparing to leave for the address Felix has given them, and they saw Carminer, Andra's brother, looking for the party. And they're like, "Hey, we need your help." They all went to Oklahoma City, found Andra missing a hand, took them to a hospital, figured out that godlike being called Billy Bob had
It's-
made a pact with them, and now you are in the hospital, just or the medical wing of Argus. and
Mhm.
Andra is waking up from their like additional napping that they've done.
They've done a lot of napping because of the
Yeah.
sheer amount of blood loss.
And let me just tell you, Andra, boy howdy, you gotta get yourself some of them drops. Like 2 would be good. Yeah, like, but you need it. It's you feel like if you don't get it, you will probably die.
Andra like slowly gets up and looks for her backpack.
Oh,
Hey
going through
guys, did you
withdrawal.
guys bring Andra's backpack with her?
I mean, I feel like yeah, we probably put it in like a corner of her room.
Oh, that's good. We might have had some problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Andra just goes over and looks for a backpack like pretty fast. And she's like looking for the cough syrup.
Um. Oh, good. Sorry.
People are just in here, aren't they? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm.
There's no one in there currently. So yeah.
Is the room? Does it have like an outside window? I'm assuming it does, like people can observe.
Ah,
Oh,
Oscar died.
Osper died. Well, now we gotta sacrifice Osper.
Damn, already. Okay, so we gotta let's go. Let's kill the bad guy. I'm just gonna roll, and okay, we win.
We killed the god.
Roll
No, you
credits.
didn't.
No,
You didn't kill it. No.
God damn it. All right.
What do you mean?
Sorry.
But we did it. Andra knows how to kill him.
You missed the entire fight. I'm sorry.
Dang it.
Oh.
Hey, Andra.
Yeah.
You said so your drop thing has 1,000 drops total, right?
Uh-huh.
Can you remove for me, please, 500 of those?
Hey. Oh, that's after my banger. Okay,
Yeah, that's after your banger of a night.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, we had a night and then I removed 2. Actually, I take 1. I take 1. I try forcing myself to only take 1. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Hmm.
You can take only 1. You feel a little sluggish, however, and you still feel the want of another, but you are relatively fine. You can make your way through the day, I guess.
Andra had some experiences last time she used this stuff.
hmm
Oh, 500 drops. Oh god.
That is a lot.
explains a lot. That explains a lot.
For everyone at home, I've explained to Branson Saga before that every drop, like, because their character is addicted to this cough syrup, and that 10 drops is enough for them to hallucinate.
Yeah. So they were
Jesus Christ.
50 times over that limit.
Yeah, the most they had ever had before in like their character history was 100, I would say.
No,
hmm
I had 5 times the amount I've ever
I'm surprised you didn't die.
had. I did. Did you
Oh,
forget? Billy Bob is the only reason I'm alive right now.
no, I didn't
did
know you
die.
died.
Oh yeah, I died from blood loss.
I mean, yeah, you woulda.
Yeah.
So yeah, everyone is out doing their things. Andra, you're in your bed and you hear a knock at the door.
Andra like says, come in.
You see the door slide open and that buff elvish man who
Oh
I've
right.
talked a lot
God,
about.
he's so buff.
He comes in with a little tray that has some pancakes, some scrambled eggs, some syrup off into the side, and a couple strips of bacon.
Wow, this is some good food for the Great Depression.
Yeah. So he walks in. They're like, "Ah, you're up. Here's some breakfast for you. been out for a little while.
Andra just starts reaching and then just starts eating without really saying anything. I'm not really in the mood to talk about shit.
Yeah. Do you want me to get your friends? So, do you want me to bring your friends in here so they can talk to you or anything? Or do you need anything at all?
You can tell my friends they can come in.
Alright. I'll do that. And with that, they take the little cart out. Uh, and they come out. If any of you are near the medical area, the dude will tell you, hey, they are accepting visitors again.
Yeah, I don't think Iggy would have moved. How long has it been since the last session? A few hours?
Since last session, yeah, I would say 4 hours tops.
Okay. A short rest, if you will.
Yeah, a short rest, some may say.
Short rests, I say.
All
I
right.
get all my
Well,
spells.
Iggy's gonna go to the doctor and ask if if she seems to be improving.
Well, they look stable, for all I know. I mean,
That's concerning.
in terms of like able to get up, go, do whatever, like healthy wise, they look good. They seem mentally not all there, but physically they're good to go whenever.
Hmm. Um. I think Moss is with me, right? Moss?
Yeah,
Okay.
boss hasn't left.
Okay. She'll go in.
Victor is also there with you.
She will go in and she'll check and she'll open the door for everyone to come in.
Moss will also go.
Mm-hmm. Victor, you come in with us?
Yeah.
Uh, okay. Oh,
Andra's just sitting there and eating breakfast, just scarfing it
with one hand.
with one hand. Yeah.
Oh God, I hope there aren't any utensils.
Why would there be utensils?
Cause to eat.
Well, no, that's why you have hands.
I'm shaking my head.
Moss eats with his hands.
Moss,
Well,
what?
Moss
I-
can just consume food via their hand. Probably.
Moss eats with his hands and even his feet sometimes.
Yeah, you took my glove with those hands.
Well, hey, you gave me the glove because you didn't like the way my slime felt. So,
You're right. I did not. That's
guys.
not that's not you. I mean, it's kind of you. You
It
can't
is
control
me.
it.
It's literally me.
It's
What do you
literally
mean that's not you?
100% of them, besides
It's
their
all
eyes.
me.
Besides the eyesight,
I
which
don't
are
hold it.
different.
I don't hold it against you. Okay.
Are you discriminating Moss against the texture of their skin?
Yeah.
That's
Wow, this is what Martin Luther King talked about when he had a dream in how many years away
man,
till he has a dream?
you know what? I liked you better when you were depressed and crying over losing your hand. Can you go back to that?
Oh, okay. Andra starts bawling. I'm joking. Oh, she's not even going to talk with you guys about half the shit she's thinking. That's for another session.
Yeah. So you guys go into the room.
Mm-hmm.
You guys see Andra eating away at their full breakfast, orange juices included.
Mm. And you'll say, hey, Andrea. I see you're eating. That's good.
Andra just kind of looks over. She doesn't
Mm.
really seem to have anything to say.
Mm. How are you feeling?
I guess good.
Good.
Well,
That's good.
good as I can.
That's good. Do of course, we're probably not gonna leave immediately. we were planning to head over to the address Felix gave us soon, but we could totally wait. We could totally, just give you, wait another hour or two just so you can get recuperated.
As soon as Andra hears this, they like eat the rest of their like food and they start getting up.
Oh, oh, okay. I'll
And they
All
start
right.
walking towards their back stuff.
Hey,
I'd rather get out of
Andra,
here.
can you, as you stand up, can you roll me a dexterity saving throw?
Oh, dexterity saving throw. I can just click this, can't
Oh boy.
You stand up. You're a little wobbly because these legs feel a bit weird, but you're fine.
I feel like at the sight of her being wobbly, like Iggy won't like assist her too much, but she'll like at least hold her to make sure she's stable. You right?
I? Probably.
Okay.
And Andra just kind of very slowly, very carefully walks over to her backpack.
I think Iggy would probably just like walk over and give it to her. Here you
Thank you.
go. Mhm. Uh, all right.
Where are we heading?
Um, Missouri, I think. Right, DM?
Indeed, the town of Branson, Missouri.
That unfortunately that quadrant, that teleportation circle around there isn't working, so we'll have to get there the old-fashioned way. And
Yeah.
so, oh good.
For everyone's reference, including Endgame, so to give you a reference of where Branson, Missouri is to Adair, Oklahoma, and Oklahoma City, um, Adair, Oklahoma is pretty much in the middle of the two. It's about a 6-7 hour drive from Adair,
Mhm.
and it is like if you go to Branson, Missouri, 6 or 7 hours. Oklahoma City, 6 or 7 hours. Like it's pretty much exactly in the middle. So from going to Oklahoma City to Branson, it's going to be 12, maybe 14 hours.
That's a long drive without stopping.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
We're
I'm
the
gonna.
only two who know how to drive. I look over at like Victor, who's the only other person I would think may know how to drive.
I don't think Victor would know how to drive.
That's why I
You
say.
are you okay with driving with one hand? Not too hard, I guess.
Andra just kind of like looks down at her right hand. It's like, oh right. And
It's
she
okay.
it's like she tries like putting her hand like near her face.
Oh right.
And then she's like, "Oh, it's right, it's not there." And then she just kind of puts it down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crap!
It's it's okay. We can take breaks. I'll drive for most for I'll drive for probably 7 8 hours if we can find somewhere to rest.
Oh, you should be fine. I should be able to drive that long.
No, it's seriously, it's
Uh,
okay.
I
Yeah.
I can drive.
Victor can drive.
Victor can drive.
Oh,
Victor can drive.
I could try
Victor
to
can
drive.
drive.
No,
no, no,
Moss. No,
do
Okay.
Moss.
for
No.
everyone's safety.
Okay.
For
Okay.
everyone's safety, including Moss's very gelatinous body. If we get into a car accident, you're the one walking out of there with the least injury.
Okay. 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 Never mind.
All right.
Moss,
So tell you what.
are you like 7?
Parents never let me have any fun.
You're a 7-year-old, of course not. I mean,
And
Do
have
you
you
have
even learned how to drive?
do you have a driver's license?
Do you have a driver's license?
can I see if Moss maybe stole one?
That's not the same.
Um, it would probably be in your treehouse if you did steal one.
Okay. Moss would just go. I have one in my treehouse. Yeah.
Oh, really? Where did you get your license from?
I found it.
Okay. Where did you pass your test?
There's a test.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought
Um,
you just needed the driver's license.
It,
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look to Victor. I'm gonna say, tell you what, I will drive the first 4 hours, and then you could drive. You could drive four, unless you want just, unless we don't want to pay. I mean, we will have to stop for gas. So do we want to like I'll drive 6 and you drive 6 then, just so we can get there like in a day or in half a day or so.
Sure.
Okay, I'll take the first 6 then. All right. Well, are we ready to get out of here then?
I guess Andra just double checks she has all her stuff. She wasn't put in like a hospital count or anything, if I remember correctly.
No,
Also,
just
I
your
think
normal
she's.
clothes.
Mm.
Am I still covered in blood?
Yeah.
They didn't
Oh.
even give her a sponge bath or nothing.
Like
No, that
your
was-
skin, your skin and everything like on your skin is cleaned up, but your clothes are still completely blood
Tell
soaked.
you what,
Okay.
let's get you a new change of clothes before we go. Can I find some like casual clothing that could fit her?
Yeah, you can. They honestly probably fit into your size of clothing.
Oh, that's right. We were on the same size.
Nice.
Uh, I am all right. Sure, I'll actually, if anything, I remember the apartment safe house has some clothes as well, so we could take her there, and then she could just have her choice of whatever she likes.
Let me go by
So,
my mom's apartment. I think she has some spare clothes.
or we could
Some
do
of
that.
my spare clothes. I guess that works.
No, yeah, we'll go to your mom's before we leave. So yeah, with that, I guess we're beaming out of here.
There's very slowly walking besides you guys.
Mm.
Alrighty. As you guys are leaving, you see a couple people looking in your direction. Just to the group of you guys, looking concerned that you guys are moving as a block because of events that have happened.
Well,
You know,
we're
But
fine.
beyond that, you guys teleport back to Oklahoma City.
Mhm. All right, so we'll go to your mom's then.
that makes the most sense, I guess.
All right.
Yeah, she should have some change of clothes.
Mm-hmm. All right, so yeah, we get. Oh, when we get to the car, she's gonna pop the trunk and grab one of the pistols and say and then kind of just give it to her.
Andra,
Yep. Yeah.
Andra just kind of like looks at it for a second and like looks away real fast. She's like, "No, no, I can't. I don't
Okay.
know shit going on."
All right. Uh, I was just thinking, was in case you needed to defend yourself, and she'll put the gun in her trunk again and close it. All right. And she'll go to their mom.
You guys drive over to the apartment,
Ye-
go all the way up. You guys knocking?
Yeah, Andra knocks.
As soon as you knock, the door swings open, and you can feel your mother embrace you in a big ol' hug, Andra.
Hey, Mom.
Do you think Audra would insist on going up by herself?
Probably, actually.
All right, I guess I can wait in the car.
Yeah. I need to ask for something while I'm here, since I'm
Mhm.
not using guns right now.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Your mom invites you into the apartment, and they're like, are you okay? What's
Man, they kind of lift up their right arm and like, you know, mostly okay.
Yeah, I hope it's okay. I did the sprout there. I didn't know what else to do.
Okay. Here's actually a question. Here's actually an important question. So, of course, Andra has speech of beast and leaf,
Yes.
which means she can talk to the plants, but the plants can't talk back.
Yeah.
Is her mother able to talk with the plants, like straight up?
Roll a history check.
Because I 100% believe her mother probably can just straight up talk to plants. History check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know your mother loves plants a lot, and like to an almost religion level. And you know she has druidic magic and such, but you don't know if she can talk to plants or not. You don't know if it's specifically that she can, or if she can like derive will, or if she's just guessing and doing a good job.
Then here's a more important question. Her mom does name every single one of the plants, doesn't she?
Oh yeah, 100%. They all have names.
Then Andra just like looks over at her right hand. She's like, "What's the name of this one, Mom?"
That one is a Leobra.
Where'd you get Leo Bro from? Is its mother plant still around?
Well, we have some seeds in my like nighttime cupboard drawer. That's in case of emergencies like this. I only have a couple of them, but I've had those seeds, and when you came here and your hand was chopped off, I just kind of shoved it in there and did the magics and such.
Hey, Mom. You still have some of my clothes that I left here?
Yeah, totally. They're in your old room.
Also, kind of a weird question. Do you have a quarterstaff? You know where I can get one? I need like a walking stick or something.
I can get you a walking stick. I don't have a quarterstaff specifically, but I think I can. I think we have a nice walking stick somewhere around here.
Probably gonna need one for a bit.
She goes into like as like a storage closet where it's just kind of a catch-all for random items. And after a little bit of looking, she finds a very nice walking stick with a bear head at the top. It's made out of a very nice wood, and the bottom is a gold-colored metal, so it won't like chip away over time.
Yeah.
You can also tell this is a pretty old walking stick. It's well loved, but it's still sturdy. As she finds it, she picks it up and she's like, "Oh, did not know this was here." Um, Here, and she hands it to you. So
Oh
this
no, it's a family relic.
This belonged to your dad's dad. When they were on the farm, he carved this himself.
I didn't know we had this then.
I guess it just kind of got in the closet when we were moving in here.
Fine with me using it for a while.
Of course, it's meant to be used.
I guess I'll go get on a new change of clothes. You mind if I leave these here? I don't really have a
Go
place.
right ahead. I'll make sure the blood's all washed off by the time you get back.
Hunter really doesn't. Kind of walks back and feels bad because she's just leaving bloody clothes for her mom. But she doesn't really want to say anything. It's shit. So she just kind of walks into the room and very slowly, because one hand starts changing her clothes.
Of course.
There's just occasional cussing because
It's
not
tough.
having one of your hands is quite a big change.
While you are changing in the room, you hear sounds of like things clattering a little bit, like your mom's putting things into a metal bowl for some reason. Whenever you get done and you leave the room, you see your mom standing in like the hallway where your room is, and you see she has a bowl full of like herbs and things like all piled together. She's like, I really hate to do this, but you feel weird. Like there's weird magic around you. Do you mind if I do a little thing to get rid of some of the nasty magic?
Yeah, yeah.
She pull, she starts doing ritualistic things, pulling out a bundle of like rosemary and lighting it. I don't know. I don't know witchcraft stuff.
Wow,
she
you're
does.
not you're not a pagan?
A pagan?
Believe it or not, no.
You're not?
You'll fool
But
me.
she does these things, and Andre, you feel less like you were just in a hospital.
Sorry. It's just the funniest possible way to word that.
Yeah, because like if you've just been in a hospital, you kind of have the feeling that you were just in a hospital all day.
Feeling of sickness and dead people.
Hmm.
But once she's done, she's like, "All right, I don't know what it was. It's better now. I don't know what it was. It just felt very artificial, I guess."
Probably government. We basically went to a government hospital.
That'll do it. Yeah,
Probably something they did there. Yeah.
government doesn't know how to handle magic either way.
Andra like tries putting like her right hand on her mom's shoulder to like go in for a hug, and then she kind of misses because she doesn't have that hand. And she goes in it with the left hand that's actually there. She
Your
tries
mom
giving
will,
her mom a hug.
your mom will give you a big old tight hug.
Thanks, mom. I'll be back.
Be safe out there and try not to lose any more hands.
Well, I can only lose one more.
Well, you know what the sprout does, right?
What? No,
Uh,
I have no idea.
I never told you that story as a kid. Um, so this is something back from like my family, where whenever people would sustain big injuries, like lose a limb, this would plant this in the base of the wound, and it would grow back into a hand or leg or whatever. It takes some time, but it will grow back, sort of.
Andre just kind of looks at it. This is gonna work like a hand
Pretty
eventually.
much. Still in the sprout form. It may take a few days, maybe up to a couple weeks.
Anything I need to do?
I'd like it if you were nice to it, but
Let's see
really,
what we can do there. I don't have to prune it or anything.
it's magic.
Okay. Well, thanks, mom.
Problem. Be
Love
safe
you.
out there, my little wood spray, and she'll like ruffle your hair a little bit.
She's also taller than me.
Oh
Andre's
yeah,
short
she.
for her race. She's 7 foot. That's like 3 feet shorter than average.
Yeah, your mom is 8'2".
Yeah. And then Andra just kind of walks out the door after that, and then goes down to the car.
All
I
right.
like to
Now in
imagine while this was
less
happening,
bloodstained clothes.
while this was happening, Iggy was like putting all of her weapons in the car, and then she like notices Andrea's pistols, and she kind of just like pulls one out and just starts not like horsing around with it, just like she hasn't really like used a gun in a long while, but she kind of has. She's kind of
Oh,
just like,
be careful. Andra keeps the safety off.
oh well, she knows what a
She knows
safety is.
guns. Yeah, she knows what gun safety is, but she's
Yeah.
more ready to like
Yeah.
shoot someone at a moment's notice.
Mm. Are you two still like in the back seat?
Probably.
uh, well, once she gets back, Iggy would say, "Okay, well, you look better."
Yeah, just talking with mom. Are you
Good,
still like holding the pistols?
just the one.
I don't know if I can use a pistol
Sorry, again.
for a bit. I don't know if I can use a pistol for a bit. And she kind of looks down at her right hand.
That's okay. I mean, you'll just have to retrain your other hand.
I mean, I can already use it in this hand.
Mm-hmm. That's a nice staff you got there.
Yeah, apparently it's from my dad's side of the family.
Oh. She'll like look at it and
Andra,
do it and
like,
like nod her head.
imagine Andra's like kind of using it right now a lot since she is unstable walking, moving a little faster with the walking.
Mm.
She just like slowly makes her way over to the car.
Yeah.
Is Andra riding shotgun? Is that what we said?
Yeah. I believe we let her have shotgun.
Yeah, then Andra makes her way to the
Mm. All right.
I
Yeah.
guess you have Andra's other guns in the back.
No, I have all of her guns in the back.
Yeah, exactly. We're all just back.
So Victor and I were like alone in the back seat of the car.
No,
Yeah, cause she was
Well-
outside.
Briefly.
she was outside.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Alright.
we're technically alone.
Alright. I'm gonna
It's-
mumble something kind of secret to Victor, which I DM'd Oscar, and I'm gonna DM Victor now too.
Uh-oh. What are you doing?
Secret conversations.
Secret conversations.
what they say. Goes secret.
Seriously.
So I've added the cane as a usable weapon in your
Wait,
character
you
sheet.
actually you did? Oh, I'm gonna feel
it-
bad using that weapon.
So
Really bad.
it-
Oh my god, Oscar, you're kidding
soon
me.
as
You're
soon as
kidding me.
Andra comes back out, notice that your magical detection device ticks up one tick whenever Andra comes back out with her new
Oh.
spazzy cane.
Oh. She'll pull it out and she'll say, It's a magically inclined cane.
Oh, it should just be his cane.
No, well, I mean, uh, something set off my device here, and the only thing I can imagine it is your new cane here. She is going to put the device closer to the cane. Just to,
That
just to,
cane.
yep, like yeah, that's it.
Hey, Oscar, dumb question, but I might as well ask. Can I say that the I can use the cane as a dex weapon, or is it purely a strength weapon because of who made it?
You can use it as dex. You are a gunslinger. I'll give you that.
Well, I just say that because like I was looking it up because I was like quarterstaff strength. That doesn't sound right.
You can do dex. I believe in you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for abilities because I'm going to need that. I'm going
For
to need that.
For all you rules lawyers watching, stop watching. Get out of here. I don't want your views.
Well, if you've ever
Oh.
seen a person use a quarterstaff and be like, "Oh, that's purely strength,"
Mhm.
As a joke,
those
if you're a rules lawyer and you're chill, you can keep watching. If you're not chill, I want you to do something. Look up my username on any social media site and block that because I want to have no interaction with you.
actually,
Wow.
no, sorry, me as Saga Smith, what I want you to do is to find Osper on every social media site and write hate mail constantly
All
every
right.
single week.
All right. Well, as the person who runs this channel and uploads the video, please disregard the last few statements from my colleagues here. They don't know what they're saying.
No, as my personal opinion, do what Saga Smith said. Like, write me hate mail. Do it.
Every
No.
single
Write
day.
me hate mail. I dare you.
So what you should do is you should go to to
Or-
www.twitch.com/.
No, hear me out. You can leave a comment on this YouTube video, guys, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, like and subscribe.
Raid Shadow Legend.
Oh boy, now all right.
No,
We're going to get copyright stroke.
Yeah,
So-
Copyright
Oh,
stroke.
I don't want to get stroked by anybody. Well,
all right.
Definitely not
We have
YouTube.
a magical cane.
you know.
And a magical hand called Leobra.
Mhm.
Yep.
Hey, who's holding my hand? 'Cause
Moss,
the hand is.
probably.
Yeah, right. I
Well,
forgot about the hand exists.
the sentient hand, lefty.
Lefty
Oh
is
god,
get right hand.
the hand is just listening to our conversation.
Oh
We're not
God,
all in the car.
what are you guys
Oh,
talking
no.
about?
What are you two up to? Wait, is the hand still here?
Hand
Yeah.
waves.
Wait,
Boy.
that was real?
Yes, that's real.
Moss tries poking the no, sorry. Moss. Andra tries poking the hand. she's just like that. That can't be real.
As soon do you poke with like one finger?
Yes.
They try and like poke your finger with its finger, so it's like the ET phone home thing.
I was going to say the Renaissance painting with adamant God.
Yeah, but I'm not that cool,
Oh, yeah, okay.
and I wouldn't describe Lefty as God. But yeah, you poke it, it pokes you. Everything's been poked. It is definitely real.
Andra like looks at it for a second. You the thing I threw at the wall.
It does a thumbs up.
Sorry about that. And she just makes her way to the front seat.
Oh boy.
And just kind of sits down after that. And I guess tries looking for a map to make sure we're going the right way.
I'm gonna say this just because, not to reveal the secret conversations, but because it feels very apt. As soon as you guys get in the car, you can feel the tension in that car. Like it is palpable. It's tense.
You guys threaten to kill each other or something. I
would
look
never.
over at
Oh man,
Victor. I
well
look over at
man,
Victor specifically.
we're not gonna
Why,
get to hear the conversation. Come on.
why would I do such a thing?
I've seen you on alcohol.
I'm
And
gonna
I'm completely sober right now.
Igni will look at you and ask, everything all right?
Just great.
Why wouldn't it be?
Can I insight them?
You
Wait,
can.
can I insight?
You guys
Yeah,
can
wait.
insight.
This is the perfect time to insight.
I
Hey,
have
I got
23.
pretty high. Wait, we have the same amount of insight? That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. 23.
Oh, that's great.
Let's see. I have to wait for other thing.
Yeah, monks need dex
Hey.
and wisdom.
Victor
Yeah.
has been acting a little weird recently, ever since the whole cult incident. I mean, for one, during the burning of the funeral pyre of the mushroom people, Victor seemed like he was chilling, like perfectly fine. He seems pretty off, actually.
Hey, Victor, I don't want to bring this up at the moment because it just happened, but I gotta say, and I guess I'll be blunt. You've been acting distant. It's a bit more than usual lately, ever since we dealt with the cult that was after you.
Victor had a cat, didn't he?
Out of what?
What happened to Victor's cat? Because Victor had a cat originally.
You had a cat?
Yeah.
Zephyr was still in Adair.
Okay.
Wow, I was talking about
I'm
the
just
cat.
making sure the cat didn't die.
No.
The cat is under Father Langley's care.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. She'll say, yeah, you've been acting strange ever since then. Is everything? Is there something going on that we should be aware about?
Hey, Oscar.
Hmm.
Can Andra remember when Victor appeared to be going into a rage?
Yeah, I can remember
like-
that.
Andra just kind of looks at Victor worried. Victor, did you go into a barbarian rage?
Everything's fine.
Victor, that's not fine. You already had issues with anger.
Oh.
You just
Can
supercharged them.
with a 23 insight, how am I feeling about Moss? Like, can I tell they're upset?
Moss is definitely upset at Victor. It is very clear.
That's
Yeah, I'm
Mm.
also not trying to hide it.
She'll sigh and say, guys, we're going to be in a car for 12 hours. You might as well settle this now. What's going on?
Difference in opinions, I guess.
Difference in opinions.
what the
I'm sorry?
Over what?
fuck have you two been talking about? Mushroom death?
Andrea's traumatized. She lost a fucking hand. Who knows what else happened to her? And we killed so many mushroom people, and you're just really fucking passive about it. What's wrong with you?
Wait. You're being passive about the sheer amount of innocent people we killed.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Wait, whoa, hold on.
He doesn't give a
Hold
fuck
hold
about
on,
you
hold
either.
on, hold on, hold on. Guys,
Semi-innocent.
everyone. Come on. She is going to get out of the car and she is going to go she's gonna pop open the door to Victor's side and she'll say, come on, let's talk for a bit.
All
Guess
right.
it's gonna be Andra and Moss talking shit on Victor.
Yeah, as soon as the door shuts, Mosh just starts going on a huge fucking rant.
Oh,
I kinda wanna hear the rant now.
Yeah,
So,
can you give a
Victor
brief
was super
synopsis?
fucking emotional. I don't know what the fuck happened back at the cult, but ever since then he's been really cold and distant. I called him an asshole. He didn't bat an eye.
That's
I made one joke the first time we met about being able to teach him to be better at pool, and he fucking lost it. What is wrong with him?
different people deal with trauma differently. Might be part of that.
Okay, but he just seems fine. He seems totally fine no matter what happens.
Andre just kind of looks.
My issue is that he seems totally unaffected in every single way.
The trauma. I don't know. Victor's always been.
Victor's always been emotional. Why is he suddenly being cold and distant?
I don't know. I'll talk with Igni after they're done talking.
King of Igni, moving to outside of the car.
Hey, she's gonna move us a bit back, and she's gonna say, "Look, I it's been a rough few days for all of us, to say the least, and I understand that people process things differently than others do. I get that completely. So I need to know that this is simply a case of that and not something else, Victor. Because, like I said, we're gonna be in a car for 12 hours. Okay, what's going on? And don't try to dodge the question. I can tell.
There's no use dwelling on things if they can't be solved in the moment.
Right now, you guys know the meme of Walter saying, "Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about?" That's Igni in her head right now.
Jesse, what the fuck?
Yes.
Jesse.
But no,
Can't wait to start making crystal meth.
she's gonna say, "What do you mean by that?"
I tried to help fix her hand. I couldn't. Why dwell? We tried to help those mushroom people. And we succeeded to an extent.
Mm.
Why dwell if we can't do anything more?
I understand that, but Moss obviously just doesn't feel the same. We're people who have a harder time letting go, and I'm not saying that you have to agree with it, but but try to understand where he's coming from and not be aggressive about it.
I've been
That was a
anything but aggressive.
problem.
I just stare at her.
Her?
I am.
God, okay, it's not just me having brain issues.
That was my first slip up, but yeah, it's not just you. So I just stare at him. I'm just gonna say, look, for the record, ever since we've been in the cult, you have been different. Okay, there's no two ways about that. And I'm gonna put a hand on her shoulder and say, if you need to talk, we're here. Right? So here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna walk back to the car. I'm gonna talk to Moss for a few seconds. Okay? And during the car ride, we're either gonna have a nice, a nice, quiet time driving, or we're going to be agreeable with each other. Okay? We don't have to agree. We don't have to agree on necessarily everything, but at least pleasant. Okay?
I think I've been pleasant this entire time.
I hate that.
You know exactly what I mean. I'm just gonna just like gently like rub her shoulder a bit. I'm gonna say, good talk. and I'm going to walk Victor back to the car, and I'm gonna go to Moss's side. I'm gonna say, Moss, go on.
Moss will angrily get out, follow you.
Mm.
Victor, do you need to talk about anything?
What would there be to talk about?
Something happened at the cult.
Everything's fine.
It's not. It's the exact opposite of fine.
Mm.
You were
I am
literally
in-
just almost sacrificed to a cult.
I am in perfect health.
Yeah, Andra just looks back extremely fucking worried because you don't even sound the same. Can I roll an insight in how different they sound? Because that is a different
Vibe
You can
check.
you can roll another insight, and Moss, you can also roll another insight if you are wanting to, since this is the insight
yeah.
central.
Give me that shit.
Are you kidding me? A fucking
Please.
2?
Can I roll one?
Uh,
God
the,
fucking damn it.
Yeah.
if you really want to roll another one, you can.
Fucking 7.
I doubt I'll get anything.
Moss,
Go.
because due to the deity known as Mitch, you can have advantage on that.
Thank you, Mitch. I love you so much.
For everyone watching, Mitch is
I
my
rolled
significant
the
other.
same thing again.
Here, I'll roll
Wow.
one.
God, hate me.
Wow, Mitch. You didn't give it to me or the monk?
Oh, I got 17.
Oh, that's decent.
That's 10 more than I got.
Oh, fuck.
Does 17 get me anything, or is it not high enough?
One, like, you think that discussion with, like, I think your discussion with Victor was pretty good. Like, you sort of understand that this is. You start to think this might be what you're kind of doing and being the face.
Mm.
That maybe they're not doing it the best way.
Mm. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I can tell that I can recognize when somebody's internalizing something from somebody who also internalizes.
Mm.
All right.
I mean,
Well, oh good.
90% understanding of what I think is going on is.
So when I Tomas, I think I'm gonna start off by saying by just letting Moss, I don't know, rant for a bit.
Yeah, Moss would essentially just essentially tell you the same thing that he told Andra.
Like, no, I understand that. I do. And I'm not saying that something isn't weird with Victor. I'm not saying that because there is. Ever since you went out there, they did change. However, I had a talk with them, and it seems like most of it is just internalized. You know what I mean?
No, I don't, because Victor's never internalized anything before. He's always been very external with his feelings. He
Well,
broke many chairs in a bar over a joke the first time we met.
okay, uh, okay. Well, he also just had a horrible encounter with a cult with the cult that was watching him. So that could change somebody. Trauma works
Even
in many
whenever
different
he
ways.
had the, even whenever he vanished into the woods and came back with fucking weird shit and, lost his identity, he was real fucking upfront about it.
Mm-hmm. I know that, Moss. I know that. Okay, first of all, I mean, you should take a second, okay? Slow down. I know what you're saying, and I'm with you. He's acting strange. However, I do think that he might be processing things that are happening to him, and I don't think he knows how to process them in a healthy manner. So I understand how you'd be mad at him, but I think it's safe to assume that he probably feels the same way you do, at least deep down. I just don't think he knows how to express it.
He doesn't even refer to them as friends. He keeps calling them the mushroom folk.
Do you think maybe he's saying that to detach himself from the event? I've seen it happen.
Do you think that?
I've seen it happen before. PTSD.
Do you think that's what's happening with Victor?
Well, I'm not a doctor, but like I said, I've seen it before. It's happened.
Okay,
Uh,
well, if you're not a doctor, why are you sitting here trying to diagnose him? Why are you telling me what Victor feels? Why doesn't he tell me what he feels?
Moss, I'm trying to tell you because I don't think he knows like, how to express himself. I mean, we've all been through some terrible things recently, and I understand that. And I understand that you have been going through a lot, but you need to give him some time. I trust that given a certain amount of time, he might want to open up more. And if something else is making him feel that way, then we'll deal with that. However, we don't know that anything is wrong with him for certain. So all we can do is just guess on what's going on until he says something. But like I said, I have a pretty good idea. I had a close friend of mine who,
Um,
yeah, was that?
hey, as soon as Andra Andra's actually going to like look over at Victor, like uh, Victor, can you come with me? I want you to meet my mom.
All right.
Oh,
They're
spicy.
talking. We'll be back before too long.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and Andra's like, "You fine with that, Victor?"
Yeah.
And Andra just kind of walks you up to her mom's apartment and kind of knocks on the door
Mm-hmm.
because that's hmm hmm.
Oh boy, I don't know what's going on over there.
I
Apartment.
apartment. Well,
Yeah,
whenever
up
they're
at the apartment.
Um, and then just to quickly kind of like finish off, she's gonna say, like I said, Moss, we've been through a lot, and I know what happened with Eric Jr. really bothered you because you guys are really close. I get that, but give him a chance, okay? That's all I'm saying.
I've given him multiple chances.
I understand that. So I'm going to ask you as a favor to me, give him another one. Uh, she's just kind of just like also doing the same shoulder thing with Moss. You're you're a good person, Moss.
it can
You are. Just not some people can't always match your level of intensity. And I always look to them and say, promise me you'll try.
Yeah, I think Moss is just gonna start walking away back to the car without saying anything else.
Wow.
When you guys get back to the truck, you see that Victor and Andra are not there.
Hmm. Huh.
Lefty's just in the back seat, looking kind of scared.
I'll offer my hand out to Lefty.
Lefty will hop up on your shoulder and be like, and sign, be like, friends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna chat with Lefty in ASL. I'm just gonna rant more to him.
Mm-hmm.
Rant to Lefty.
Yeah, I'm gonna rant to
Right.
Lefty in ASL. I'm gonna talk shit about Victor to Lefty.
Great. We're gonna have two unagreeable children on the back seat.
Oh, I could sit in the trunk.
They just had such a sweet bonding moment, like multiple sessions back.
Mm.
And that's the only time they've ever bonded
Alright.
or been
All
nice
right.
to each
But
other.
very quickly, so how did Igni do, Ariel?
Huh?
How did Igni do?
Like, how did the character do with comforting Moss, or how did you do with like
The
portraying
character.
that? Oh,
The
Moss
character.
is still fucking pissed. In fact, he's a little bit mad at Igni now too.
Oh, okay.
Because Moss is a 7-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Moss is
Um,
pissed.
Back up at the apartment. You guys, you knock on the door, and your mom opens the door, and they're like, "Weren't you going somewhere? Oh, this is the Victor, right?"
That's me.
Yeah, this is my friend Victor. We just went through a cult thing a while back. And Andra tries thinking of like she's sitting there like thinking, trying to figure out how to ask her mom. You know what she's trying to ask her mom, but Andra
Yeah.
can't think how to say it. She's like,
As you're
hey,
thinking,
hey mom,
uh,
I need some help. Magic help, one might say.
she, Victor, you notice that their mom is looking at you, looking a little confused. She's like, before you come in, Victor, do you mind if I do a little thing? You have some weird magic on you that smells really artificial.
I'd much prefer you didn't.
She looks kind of like confused at the answer. She's like, "Okay, we could talk in the doorway. Yeah."
Oh yeah, she's not letting you in her house. But then like as soon as Andra hears that, Andra looks so much more worried. Uh, hey, mom, we actually do have a Fae problem.
Oh, okay.
Victor over here gave away their name a while back.
Never a good thing.
Interesting.
No, it's not. If I'm not mistaken, Victor, you only can walk on Cherrywood, right? Is that what it was? I don't think we ever fixed that problem. Oh,
Oscar died.
Oh no.
Oscar died. Oh, fuck. What the? There's something going on, Finn. Why the fuck did Victor touch?
Well, I don't think we're gonna be going to the store this session.
I don't
Hmm.
think we are either because Victor did something.
Well, I think I think if we don't go to the store, I blame Moss and Victor.
I blame Moss and Victor for being children.
Right?
Alright, what happened while I was disappearing?
Nothing. We stopped talking
stopped.
because we realized
No.
you disappeared.
Sorry.
Mhm.
But no,
Andra just brought up the fake contract.
you know the fake contract.
I heard that much.
It was just Andra being like, "Hey, you can only step on Cherrywood," and that's kind of where it ended.
Is that so?
Oh, as soon as that happens, Andra looks like she's about to grab you. Can I roll a will check real quick to stop Andra from trying to just grab Victor and be like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Before you do that, your mom grabs you by the shirt collar and pulls you inside and slams the door on Victor's face.
Well, that's inconvenient.
I look over at Mom, extremely fucking worried.
What? Okay, so
That's new. That's something
what
happened.
what I know about Fey contract, you don't forget the small things like
No.
that.
No, something's going on. I'm worried.
What can I do to help?
I'm just trying to look at the weapon she has in her hand. She's like, that doesn't sound like Victor.
Okay. You want me
That
to get your
doesn't-
friends up here? I can send them a message.
Can, yeah.
Okay.
I'm extremely worried for Victor because that doesn't sound like Victor. They don't know their fake contract. They're not acting right. Mom, I'm worried.
See your mom take out a mortar and pestle, take like some ingredients, some berries, leaves, whatever, crush them up, and then smear it on her hand.
I thought
Put
she was
her
about to
hand on a
Mortar.
little leaf and throws the leaf outside. Uh, Down at Igni, have you gotten back in the car?
I think she probably is going to give Moss some time to cool off in the car, and she's kind of just like waiting outside for her friends again.
Igni, you see a leaf floating down from the top story.
What kind of
And
leaf?
it, you know those like large banana leaves? Like, do you know how big those things are?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Huh. Do I
It's floating down, and it's floating in a pattern that looks like it's heading straight towards you.
really like even if I move like right to left, it looks like it moves to me?
Yeah, it keeps on the path, and it takes about 25 seconds for it to fall all the way down to you.
Can I grab it?
Yeah, you can.
What happens if I
It
grab
is
it?
it's a normal leaf, but as soon as you grab it, you hear a small voice run through your head. That is, as you know, Andra's mom's voice. Says, "Hey, can you guys come up here? My daughter's paranoid that your friend isn't your friend."
Okay.
To be
And
fair,
you
Uh,
see a handprint on one side that is slowly fading away into the leaf.
gotcha. Tell you what, she is going to look to Moss. Is Moss still kind of pissy?
Moss is very
Thank you.
quickly signing out things to Lefty.
Yeah, they're signing out all of the swear words.
Yeah.
Every single one of the swear words.
Yeah.
I she um she is going to knock on the window and say, hey Moss, I'm gonna go up to Audrey's mom's apartment, okay? So we'll be back in about 20 minutes to half an hour, right?
Moss is just gonna silently get out of the car and start walking.
Come on. You know what? She is going to grab your arm before you walk away. Moss,
Yeah.
I need to know that you're going to be okay with being in the same room and car with him.
It's fine.
She doesn't let go and she doesn't stop looking at you. Is it?
Hold on.
What's going on?
Thought that I had advantage on. No, wait. Yeah, I have advantage on ability checks to escape grapples. Can I try
Well,
to slip
well,
on out of her grasp?
All right. Do a strength saving throw versus a athletics check, Igni.
I I mean, if sure, fuck it, I'll try. Actually, you know what? She wasn't like restraining him. She was just like holding on for a second. So I'm not gonna fight it.
Alrighty.
Mm,
As you rip your hand out, and by that, you pretty much just like let your slime go through Igni's hand.
mm.
And you
It's fine.
get out. It's all good.
Mm.
And then I'm gonna turn and start walking again.
Mm. She is going to walk beside you. And you
Alrighty.
have to drop up.
I'm waiting for the two people who said they'll
Mm.
be back because they're crucial to the scene.
Mm.
We'll edit this out. We'll edit
Tell you
this out.
what. Tell you what. I have an idea.
It's your idea.
Igni is going to go up. She's going to walk in front of Moss. And she's going to say, Moss,
Mhm.
I understand you're mad right now. And I understand, like I said, you've been through a lot. But this attitude of yours, the way you're treating me, I don't like it. I'm trying to talk to you in a firm and polite manner, and all you've been doing is blowing me off. Like I said, I get you're upset, and I understand that maybe these emotions that you've been feeling recently, they're new, and I get that. But it does not give you the right to treat me this way. Are we clear?
Crystal.
Good. Don't make a habit of it. And then she's gonna walk up.
Alrighty. From inside the apartment, uh, your mom, Andre's like, okay, your son should be coming up here like any second now. Think you can be chill and continue talking in the doorway?
Uh, yeah, I'm just worried for Victor. Doesn't seem like him.
100%
Even
understand. Once your friends get up here, I'm going to try and get a like more good look of the magic that's grossing up Victor.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's why Andra took her up here. I'm
Mm.
sorry. I'm just
Yeah.
tonight.
And she opens the door up again. Like, sorry, Victor, I had to talk to my daughter about something I just remembered of the family.
Andra makes her way out there with a more not worried look on her.
Are we gonna go up there and see Victor awkwardly just like standing at the door?
You'd probably be getting up there about the time of Andrea getting out of the door.
Okay.
Coming back out.
So, Victor, do you remember the things with your contract?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, so you remember when your arms were on back? Andra says this very loudly because
Mm.
she kind of sees the people appearing with their.
You would be able to
Like,
hear that as you guys are walking up.
Oh shit. She'll kind of jog up more and she'll say, "What's going on?"
Does Victor not respond?
I'm staying silent.
Do you remember what wood it was that you're not supposed to touch, Victor?
I don't need to talk about any of this with you.
I'm, I'm worried. I'm worried, Victor, because it seems like you're forgetting a lot of important information. Do you even remember what you had to get for your contract?
Yes?
What did you have to get for your contract?
I don't need to answer to you.
You wanted us to help you.
Uh,
You see, because she tries to hide it, but she's not doing a good job. You see Andra's mom grinding up some more ingredients in her mortar and pestle and starting the ritual she was doing with Andra earlier.
Does Victor look nervous?
That's a question Victor can answer.
probably a bit.
Mm.
If you guys want to roll, everyone can have advantage on this. Roll an insight.
Oh boy.
Victor, do your roll at disadvantage.
And
Disadvantage, got it.
that's another 17th advantage.
Got an
Why?
18.
Boss,
Why?
you got
Yeah.
enough, you got high enough away from, like, above the DC. There's definitely something weird. That, like, people have been saying that's not Victor, like, as in they've emotionally changed, but looking at them, looking at how they're standing, breathing, just all the minor things are definitely not how Victor would do it. It almost looks like someone has been put inside a Victor suit.
Yeah, Masa is just gonna stare Victor down, and try to like block him from running away. And just straight up ask like, "Who are you?"
If
Hey,
Victor doesn't say anything, huh?
Osper, I'd like to do that thing.
Alright,
What are you
Who?
about to do? Huh?
Who's closest to me?
That'd probably be Andra.
Igni. Or, yeah, Andra.
Igni? Andra? Okay.
Uh,
Andra.
who do you want to be closer? It's fine.
Andra.
Okay.
So shall I
about
just roll it?
Yeah, roll the hit.
And Andra is dead.
Ah, fuck.
All right, guys.
Yep.
If you would all be so kind,
Is roll
me
initiative?
some initiative.
Hmm.
Oh
All
boy.
As
right.
you
I
guys
Okay.
see,
I get my thing now, huh?
as you guys see Victor try and swing a weapon at Andra's head.
Andra's gonna.
Oh, what's
you
that?
put tokens down.
Yeah, turn
Right.
order. It's natty 20.
I mean, it's gonna be pretty simple turn order because it's just gonna be us.
Okay, so I get my advantage on this.
Do.
Okie dokie. Should I throw my token down on the
Yeah,
thing?
go ahead. Feel free. Have a party.
Should I use? Should I change the thing to be? There's a me to. Ow! No! Don't full screen it. Should I change my name to be the thing? Thing?
As you wish.
I'm gonna change my name to be the thing because we're
You
doing
gotta
things
roll
now.
advantage at, or you gotta roll your initiative at the very least.
About to beat the shit out of it.
Alrighty.
Also, some pent up aggression he needs to let out.
my advantage didn't do shit for me.
So
Nope.
you guys, as you look at Victor swing this whole ass weapon, Victor's eyes visibly change, not just color, but the skin around his eyes changes like skin type. It goes
Mm.
from the fleshy tiefling skin to more reptilian almost.
Ooh, spooky.
Oh, lovely.
That's all you hear Andra say before getting hit in the face.
Igni,
I mean,
it is your turn.
unless the 9 hit Andra, you didn't get hit. I biffed it.
Oh,
Okay.
you biffed
All
it.
right. Hey, Arms of the Astral
Hey.
Self, roll a deck save.
I'm rolling a deck save. Boop.
You ready to get hit by a vicious, non-lethal weapon?
Oh, that's a 20. Oh, that probably definitely beats it.
Yeah.
Okay. I am going. I'm gonna grab him.
Grab the victim.
I'm gonna
Grab
try.
the victim.
I'm gonna try to restrain him.
Alright, roll your athletics. If you're trying to not be in it, roll a strength save, Victor.
All right.
Where's Victor?
Sorry. It's slash roll on D20, right?
/R space.
Okay. Slash R.
Like,
No, because I'm using Arms of the Astral Self, so I can use my wisdom for this.
Right.
Slash R 1d20 plus B2. 16.
I will say that grapples Victor.
You see Igni kind of like extremely quickly like unleash her like arms, and she kind of just like interposes herself uh between Andrea and not Victor, and she's gonna restrain you and kind of like are we in the hallway or are we in the room?
oh,
You're in the hallway. The mom's just trying to protect the room from this whole thing happening.
She is going to uh kind of like wrap an arm around your neck and try to essentially try to like actually like basically lock her hands on your neck, holding your arms in the air, and she's gonna say, "So, who are you?"
Right,
And
Batman.
Where are the other drugs going?
Sorry.
Why'd you put the
And-
bomb in the orphanage, Joker?
you see, Batman. I have 9 bombs in the orphanage, and unless you disarm the other 18 bombs, I don't know what's gonna happen. A series of events. When the clock strikes 12, this will happen, and then after that, the jugglers will come out, and then they'll do this. This is Heath Ledger's
And
Joker.
after that, I'll say racial slurs on your Twitter.com.
Oh boy.
That's what the new Riddler would do.
The new Riddler hacks your Twitter if you don't do his riddles, and he makes you say racist shit.
What did you say? All right, that's my
Alright.
turn.
Then it is Andra.
Hey, you already said the eyes changed color, right?
The eyes change color and skin tone, as in it is more reptilian instead of fleshy.
That's
Like
not
there-
that's not Victor.
There are
So
straight up
I'm-
scales.
Oh, sorry, I hit the wrong one. Hey, oh, sorry. That +2 is not there. Does a 23 hit?
23
I don't know.
hit.
Hey, Victor, does a 23 hit?
23 hits.
Hey, cool. Can I use the damage I already accidentally rolled?
I'd like it if you rolled a new one, and if everyone can get off of DM rolls.
No,
What? I'm not DM rolling. I'm not DM rolling.
No.
I am.
Everyone else's.
Yeah.
You fucking wait. Is that why you've been doing? That's why I don't see your rolls,
Yep,
Yeah.
more or less.
bro.
Yup.
Ariel.
Look,
Hey,
sometimes I have to roll secret things and I forget to turn it off.
God.
Literally,
It's
3
too, and
people
I was
here have
sitting.
been rolling secretly.
I blame Osper.
Yeah, I blame me too.
I also blame
So many
Osper.
different roles.
Victor, please take from me 8 damage.
Cool.
No.
No?
8 damage.
8.
That's-
Okay.
I'm trying to
Aren't
think
you
what the
glad
1d8 is for.
Aren't you glad the gunslinger is just hitting you with a club? I don't like that you're playing this character 'cause that has bad implications.
Listen, during this entire session, I have been smiling because I know this has been coming.
Oh
Yup.
man, I'm gonna fuck up your Marvel character. I'm going to.
Is that your turn, Andra?
Hey, have you guys ever heard of a fun little thing that fighters do?
Action search. Oh, the other one.
Oh, I meant action search.
No.
Guys, I hit action search.
And then I said it, and you were like, "Wait, no, that can't be it."
That can't be it. Family heirloom. Ah, fuck. That's with
Well,
a +5.
That does
He's
not hit.
they're grappled, right? So do they have advantage?
Wait, do I have advantage because they're grappled?
I will say yes because I feel like if I say no, the rules lawyers will kill me more, but I don't actually know the rule of it.
Are you kidding me?
That
Would
doesn't
you
hit
come on?
either.
Oh my
Yeah, no,
god.
that's so unlucky. That's so unlucky. That's a 6 and a 5. God.
Yeah, neither of those will hit.
I just imagine I accidentally like hit a wall or something.
You
Oh.
let's see. You have advantage. Let's see. There's a grappled creeper.
Grappling creates advantage because
Wait,
We'll
I-
move on if that's your turn, Andra.
I guess that's my turn. Yeah, trying to hit the crap out of not Victor.
Alright. Lost. It is your turn.
I'm gonna bite this fucker.
Alright.
Poison
Roll
them.
dice.
15.
That does not hit.
Yeah, because we're fighting Victor's armor class, aren't we?
Gotta
Uh, y-
gotta get to 17. That's my current AC.
Can I use my bonus action to hide?
Sure, you can roll your sneak.
Sneaky.
Oh
You
my
feel pretty
god.
sneaky. Unless you
You
were
d-
actively watching Moss, this will go against your passive perceptions, everyone.
Okay, let me look at what grapple does. Okay. A grapple creature's speed becomes 0. It can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. The condition ends if it's incapacitated. The condition also ends if an effect removes the grapple creature from within the grapple area. Huh.
Alright. Victor. Top of your turn, please roll me a strength saving throw against the Igni 16. 15 does not do it. You are continually grappled.
Barely.
Cool.
Well, good thing we can keep hitting you like a pinata. This is terrifying.
Well, it's a
Igni,
good
your
thing,
turn.
good thing you have someone who's just it's like, guys, please.
I
This
would
is
have
this-
killed you in the
It's
earlier
always-
session.
It's always been my goal as a DM to not have to do anything during a fight except just tell people when it's their turn. And boy, howdy, I'm living the fucking dream.
What? We're fighting?
I mean,
Who
you
who is
did
that? Who is that
walk
voice? Is
into-
someone speaking?
Wait,
God?
Osper, when did you show up?
Yeah, seriously. Wait, who's Osper?
Wait, who is Osper?
All I know is that there's some bitch DMing the game.
Are you?
Somebody.
Who am I?
We're recording?
Who's Saga?
Anyways, it's Igni's turn.
All right. Can I attack somebody I have grappled? I'll probably let them
Who's
go,
you
right?
guys?
Probably
Guys, are
have
we
grappled
recording?
with your astral arms.
Just
Do you want to roll like that?
squeeze him really hard. Right
Just, like,
his spine.
Pop him. Pop him.
Okay,
Pop him
so
like a pop.
so can I do an unarmed strike against them and still like maintain grapple?
Since you used your wisdom on it, I am going to say that your arms have him grappled.
Awesome. All right. Arm strike. Was an 18 hit?
Hit.
All right, so
Yep.
this is force
Seven.
damage. So it's 5. All right.
Mostly pure magic damage.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to use a key point to do flurry of blows to do 2 more.
Whoa.
All right. It
That
wasn't
does
it.
not.
Ooh, that meets it.
17 meets it.
Defender wins. Victor does not get hit.
Oh. Okay. Well, I hit him 5
That's-
damage.
That's my rule. Defender wins anytime because if I change that rule, I will completely forget what the rule is.
Darn. All right. Well, I bonked him once. 5 damage.
Yeah, as you guys are beating up on Victor, if you guys look down at his feet, you can see that his feet and shoes have sort of molded into one sharp point that, again, is sort of scaly.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, fuck
Mhm.
that.
Fuck
Is
that.
he a snake? Does he even have any bones?
I'm about to eat his bones.
Where are
if
your
he has
bones?
them.
Hmm.
Um,
I'm gonna turn you into a powdered sack after this.
if anyone wants to, you can roll a history check, and I will remind you of a thing.
Sure.
Okay.
Is it good?
What?
Oh my
What?
god, that's a
What?
natty. That's another natty.
Hey!
Man,
Oh,
good
yeah.
job. Good job.
You guys remember what the cult people looked like?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
going to say they look like the
Yeah.
cult people, don't they?
Large,
is-
snake-like reptilian creatures.
This is some invasion of the body
Fascinating.
snatcher shit.
I will just tell you, you can 100% tell at this point that whatever this creature is, what the thing in trying to impersonate Victor is definitely one of those cult members.
Moss is just gonna yell at this thing that he's gonna eat him.
Mhm.
Full intimidation.
Can I?
Only because
can
I
give
know
them
Moss will.
Can I give advantage because Andra's like, hell yeah, you will. I'll do it too.
I'll do it too.
Cal,
A 19.
Victor, you may have dove a little too far in the deep end with this project of yours.
Yeah.
I don't like how you're calling them Victor.
Their name is Victor with quotation marks around their name.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh,
Okay.
by the way, I
good,
love how
'cause
this
I was
is the-
actually worried that you were going to be like, no, this has always been Victor.
By the way, I love how
No.
this is this is
Victor's
the
always
second.
been a snake.
I love how this is the second time that I have grappled not Victor.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty. It is.
Oh, they rolled
Andra's
19.
turn.
They rolled 19 on intimidation.
Hey, guys.
Victor, you do feel a little intimidated. You feel like you're in the deep end.
Andre yells something about breaking their kneecaps in twine and tries just aiming.
How are you gonna break my kneecaps when I don't have any?
I'll go for the skull then. I aim for their skull. Their dumb snake skull.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
the
hit.
bear. Just so you know how like Andre's like hitting them with this thing because it kind of has like this carved bear at the top. Is they're like turning the bear around and hitting it with the back of the bear so they don't damage the snout and everything.
No.
Because this is a family heirloom. I don't want to break it.
This was a gift.
My grandfather made this. 6 damage, I think.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I wish I could use some of my grit on this, but this isn't a ranged weapon. You can't misfire
Victor,
on melee.
Or I'll say, Finn, at some point I will take over
That's fair, yeah.
because of a thing.
Okay.
Is that your turn, Andra?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Moss, it is your turn.
I'm gonna cast some magic.
Holy shit, magic.
Keep in mind, we're
Magic.
occupying the same
That's big.
space.
Oh
Gosh,
no,
this idiot's
hideous
laughing.
laughter.
Alright.
Roll a wisdom saving throw for me, please, Victor.
Feel
God damn.
Oh god. Damn it.
sad. Victor didn't find it funny.
Moss said a yo mama joke. It didn't laugh.
Moss made a joke about stealing their bones, and it just made them even more upset.
It made them more concerned about their safety. Not really funny.
With Victor, it is your turn.
It's my turn. And once again, have gotta try and break out of this.
Mhm.
Yep.
Pinata.
Ooh.
God damn it.
Nope.
Pinata.
Not
There's
quite.
no.
Oh, who's ready to
Hang on.
get the shit out
Question
of the
for the
snake?
party.
Yeah.
I'm-
I am like Gorilla Glue.
All of this aggression that you're taking out on whoever this entity is, would you say that it is out of raw anger, emotion?
Probably because this was a friend.
Okay, hey Victor, roll with advantage.
Advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why the fuck did you say that?
Because I'm role playing a character?
You fucking
Do you want
moron.
me to stop? Do you want me to stop
Yes,
role playing the
yes,
character?
yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
There's a very,
Stop role-playing the
a very
character.
specific reason.
Stop role playing the character.
Does Victor succeed on that?
Victor does succeed.
Silvery barbs. Roll again, bitch. Use the lower roll.
Oof. That
Well.
succeeds as well.
Fuck. Well, I tried.
God damn it.
I tried.
Did you kick Branson?
Damn it. Did I?
Like, did you kick him out of the voice chat or?
Did I? Was he not here? Oh my god. Get back here. No, I didn't kick, I didn't kick him out.
Alright, I wanted to make sure this wasn't one of your weird bits that got a little too far.
What? Oscar, I am insulted that you would think I would go that far. All you want to do with you.
Away, Victor, you break out.
Do you want me to roleplay the character again?
Yeah, Victor breaks out of the grapple. What are you doing? What's your turn, Victor?
Well,
Going into a rage.
and time to swing at the closest one,
Which would be Igni.
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 Okay.
God damn it!
Nope.
Hey, you're not hurting a single one of us. Real Victor has hurt us more.
I know.
Victor,
Real Victor made
you
me
have a-
piss myself.
you have advantage on attack to hit rolls.
Serious?
Cool.
Damn it. Oscar, you piece of shit.
Take
There
my
is a
damage.
very there's a reason. I am sorry.
Punishing me for role-playing a character?
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
punishing you all for not noticing sooner.
I
We
have been dropping hints
tried.
the entire time.
We're
I'm
trying
kidding.
our best.
I'm kidding, 100%.
Oscar, I rolled a 23 on this site. You can go fuck yourself.
You can go fuck yourself, Oscar.
Lovingly.
You can go. You can go.
I-
Lovingly.
kiss my
I am 100%
dirty
kidding.
ass.
I know. I know. Let's see here. That's right.
Igni,
You know, nothing prevents me from
take
trying to
2
grapple you again.
damage.
Alright, so I take 3 bludgeoning and then 2 extra barbarian damage. Okay, that's not bad. It's not
You take
bad.
5 damage.
Okay, Victor, what prevents me from grappling you again?
Go ahead and try.
Advantage on anchor.
The advantage does help.
That's what stops you. Okay, so I have a plan.
Wait, what armor? Wait on, what armor are you wearing?
Be wearing plate.
I'm not wearing any armor.
How's your?
Remember,
Oh,
Victor fights naked.
Okay, I was supposed to say. I was about to say just to make sure. You know what? Let's get some unarmed strikes in. Actually, she's gonna bonk you first with the bat. Oh,
That
ooh.
hits.
Oh, man, really? All right. I'm gonna spend another key point to do flurry of blows. Ooh, that last one
That
hits.
probably hits. Yeah.
6
I do have
more.
resistance to bludgeoning.
Huh?
Alright.
What do you
I have
say?
resistance to bludgeoning.
What's a good thing that these attacks are force damage? Well, the armed strikes are.
Right there.
Plus, the bludgeoning damage is magical bludgeoning.
Well, hold on.
That's
So
both sources.
under Arms of the Astral strength, their damage type is force.
Me for the baseball bat.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing Andra's family heirloom.
Just let me know how much damage I'm taking.
Yeah.
Does
Seems to
rage
be-
specify non-magical bludgeoning?
I don't think it does. It just specifies bludgeoning and magical attacks. I think we go through resistances.
You have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Alright, then yeah, you would take half damage then, since it doesn't specify non-magical. Because you
So-
take 3 plus 2 plus 6.
Mhm.
So 11.
If you want, you can close your sheet now. I'm taking control.
Awesome.
So
Have I done the most
they've
damage
been
just
like this
with ninja
since
kits?
they got captured by the cult, right?
In theory.
So that means it's been 3 sessions.
Good couple of days, like a good day and a half or so.
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't that long, all things considered, for how much trauma we've been through in the last day.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that. This is the first like non-traumatic role-playing session. Like, of course, Victor's acting different. They just had face to face with their own mortality.
Oh yeah.
Is that your turn, Igni?
Oh yeah, that's all I can do.
All right, Andra.
Well, time to bash it in the face. Dude, dude, that's the wrong button. You fucking kidding me?
9
Oh
will not hit, unfortunately.
God. Oh my God. I'm
Um,
sorry,
Hey,
dude.
why'd
That
you roll
sucks.
a 1D? Why'd you roll a 1D20?
I was re-rolling its initiative, but it just rolled the same initiative that Victor rolled, so
Where the fucking hell's of that app? Digital dice.
1 and 2 to the power, or 20 to the power of 2.
Osper, what does that mean for us not idiots? Give me a second.
Mm.
I have a graphing count. That's 400.
It's 1 in 400.
1 in 400. I knew it was. I wanted to say it was 480 for some reason. I have no idea where I got the extra 80.
Alrighty. Andra, it is your turn to... Oh, you failed, right.
Yeah, Osper, thanks for rubbing at the fucking.
Do you do anything else with your turn?
I really can't unless we want to start shooting it, and I don't have my guns right now.
Yeah. Us.
But no.
Am I still hidden?
You feel sneaky.
Okay. I want to stabby.
Alrighty.
Yikes. Never mind. I'm not
Wow.
gonna stabby. I'm gonna fucking cry in the corner.
Don't worry, I will too.
Moss, as you stabby, you make contact with Victor, but you like stab a hole through their pocket. And out from it comes one of those pendants that Victor had shown you guys before that was definitely a cult tracking device.
God
Oh.
fucking damn it.
I'm gonna look at Victor, and I'm gonna tell him that I'm gonna crawl in through his mouth and eat him from the inside out.
Hey, roll
Intimidation.
They
Thank you.
definitely look afraid.
Oh my god, this poor guy. I can't wait to kill them horrifically.
Is that your turn, Moss?
After that, I want to hide again.
Alright, roll your stealth.
16.
Feel sneaky.
Very good.
A common trend. I'm not going to tell anyone if they succeed stealth checks. I will only say you feel sneaky.
Okay.
You feel sneaky.
That's mostly for the audience at home, since all of these people have played in a game I've run before, but I'm making that a clear-cut rule of, if you do roll stealth, you definitely will feel sneaky. Your roll will have an effect on the world, but you won't know right away.
Mm.
Like when you roll a 1, you do feel sneaky.
Victor, like, you guys see Victor standing there, and with all this anger from everyone, and revenge of justice for all the bad things that have happened, and just sort of unleashing all that anger out on this fake victor. You see them, all of their tiefling skies melt away into the sky, and in front of you is a probably 8 foot tall snake person, and you see that they have tattoos going up their arms that start glowing slightly.
Ooh.
And the snake creature smiles. They're like, so much anger in this room.
Oh,
And they
this
are
is
going
King
to
Palpatine.
try and attack people.
I can feel your anger.
I can feel your
Use
Igni, I
your hatred. Huh?
think a 19 hits you, Igni.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should hit.
Yeah, it does.
Wow, this thing sucks.
Take 4 damage for me, Igni.
Oh my god, it crit failed damage.
Oh my god, poor guy.
It has 2 dice and it crit failed both?
What a loser.
What a
It
freaking
swings,
idiot.
but once with a mace, now turns into a blade, a scimitar of sorts with etchings along the blade. And they swing like one at you, Igni, and it makes contact just at your shoulder, giving you a small scratch, essentially. The other one tries to hit you, Andra, but it whiffs. It's a little too tall.
Mm.
Going to break your arms into little pieces.
Ouch. It's very rude.
Igni, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna hit him with an unarmed strike, because I would pull out the gun, however, we are in an apartment hallway, we could shoot somebody by accident.
And my mom.
Ooh, that does not hit. However, I get one additional unarmed strike as a bonus action. So... Well, that definitely doesn't.
Yeah, not quite.
Okay,
You do not hit this man at all.
alright, let's see. I have one left. Hmm. Do I wanna... No, I'm gonna keep it. That's my... Alright, actually, wait, hold on a second. So I notice that I do have... I think, did you give all of us inspiration? Because I see an inspiration thingy on my sheet.
If you have an inspiration on your sheet, you do have inspiration.
Okay, so could I use that to try and attack again?
You can roll. You can use that to roll advantage.
Okay. I'll use that, and then... There we go.
Will hit.
Alright. As 6 force damage. Because I have my
Alright.
arms. And do I wanna... You know what? No, I already did a bonus. I already did a bonus action already. Alright, never mind, it's my turn. She is going to position herself kind of like in front of everybody and kind of take this thing like head on.
The snake-like creature looks towards you and says, "Ah, hero amongst the bunch, huh?"
She does
Andra,
not
it is your turn.
say or give any facial expressions that aren't just a stoic look, a frown, a stoic frown, if you will.
Now it's time for extreme sadness. Now it's just depressing.
Hey, Andra, remember when you almost shot Victor at the Mushroom Cave?
It wasn't Victor. Yay. Good thing I failed that roll.
Yeah, that did not hit.
Andra is cussing like fucking sailor in giant. Like just a lot of profanities, mostly her being disappointed in her.
Mm.
Only her mom can hear them, probably.
Yeah, the mom's like looking at Andra. They're still in the doorway, but they don't want to fight. They are not jumping in to help.
Oh no, that makes sense.
But they're hearing all the things Andra are saying, and they whisper very softly under their breath. So, Andra, you might barely be able to hear it. Just like, where did you learn all these words?
Andre says something about dad in the middle of it.
As a legendary action,
Oh
Okay.
God, fuck you, Osper.
snake-like creature is going to look towards all of you, start giggling a little bit. Like, you folks seem to have some trouble hitting me.
I just
How
hit you.
about I give you a hand? And they're
All
going
of
to
us
wipe.
rage.
They're going to wipe their tattoo. Some light is going to go into the air. Everyone, you now have advantage to hit.
What?
Okay.
This thing's insane. Okay,
It
wait.
gives itself a benefit as well.
Yeah, but oh, it's a rage monster. Wait, can I re-roll my last thing?
No.
Oh, damn it. That fucking ass.
At the end of your turn, you've already swung and missed.
Damn it.
Lost, it is your turn. You have advantage to hit.
Okay, this heavy stuff.
Alrighty.
I'm actually not taking all that much damage.
Wow,
That will not hit.
awesome.
17 is
I'm gonna hide again. Don't look at me. Nobody.
Roll the sneaky
Nobody
sneak.
look.
Alrighty. It is the false victor's turn.
I don't
I'm
like.
going to do the rolls secretly now, except with
I
my
don't
physical
like-
dice.
I don't like Boss. He who was once known as Victor. This guy's an asshole.
Hey Finn, remember whenever I said we normally roll really well during combat and we hit pretty often? Yeah, that
Yeah.
was so I don't know what happened.
It's because you reference all of
Hey,
our
to be
abilities.
fair, my rolls went down the drain as well.
Hey, to be fair,
This is
like,
not
you
a
know,
good day.
The
I have
only person,
advantage.
the
Pretty
only
good.
person that Moss is not upset with currently is Andra.
Hey, you have reasons to be upset with me. Andra killed a lot of people and went out of her way to make sure another one. Oh wait, no. The only person who knows
Moss.
about the last one.
Yeah.
Roll a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Okay. Am I gonna fail this too? 21.
You succeed.
Yay.
You take
I
half
do a flip.
damage.
Yay.
How much
This guy,
damage?
some of the light coming off of their tattoo and hold it in their hand like it's a ball. Throw it at like a glass vase in the hallway that Moss snuck into. Moss, you hop out, but you do take a little bit of damage. Moss, take from me 12 force damage. And now it is your turn, Igni.
alright, disadvantage. Alright, well,
With advantage.
oh.
Damn.
Alright, well, I'm gonna spend my last key point to Flurry of Blows.
Alrighty.
Ooh, there you
Hey.
go.
That's a nat
Much
20.
better. Ooh, that's 12 force damage. And
Oh, gee.
well, actually, would I
Okay.
technically roll that twice? Something need to.
You roll the other one twice.
Yeah, so I guess so for the
Two
second
more.
for the second unarmed strike, this is it's with advantage, so I can roll twice with that, right? Okay.
You're kidding.
That's another nat 20.
All right. That is 8 more force damage.
That's
Alrighty.
funny.
You guys see her kind of like sprint forward and kind of just like uppercut this guy, and then like she, you see her kind of like almost like land on her hands on the floor, and she like roundhouse kicks him before getting back up. She's upset. All right, it's a lot of.
As soon as you kick them, the snake person smiles more. Like, they're bleeding now. Like, their face is bleeding, but they are smiling a very large, I'm just gonna say it, shit-eating grin.
Mm,
The more damage they take, the more
you can't resist this one, buddy.
powerful. Fuck.
Branson,
Yeah.
I like where your head's at. Get out of there. This is a little different.
Well, it's similar. It's about anger. I know, but it's similar.
They are not getting more powerful. They have reached their final form, as some may
Hmm.
say.
Oh, I'll be
Oh,
back.
they're at final form. Okay,
Yeah,
well, time
so-
for Andra to be at final form, and by that I mean knock his fucking head off with a walking stick.
Do not be afraid that this thing's going to continually get more and more powerful. We'd be here all night.
Family heirloom time. Hope I don't break it. I'm sorry, Mom. Hey, you guys ever heard of
That's
a
a
critical?
natural 20.
Hey, I got. Oh, and it's all halved. Damn it! You want me to do the math for it?
Oh, I got it.
I don't know how. I know one of it's bludgeoning, but I don't know how vicious works.
The other one is rage damage, which is technically a magical add-on. In my rules, fuck the Dungeon Master's Guide.
9 damage, as far as I understand.
Uh, so yeah, where are you aiming?
Oh, his head.
Alright, you hit him in the head. This guy falls down. They fall down hard.
The bigger
They look towards you three. Yeah, they look
I'm
towards you
back.
three, and they smile. They're like, I'm glad to see you're feeling such anger and
Can I bash
emotions.
his? Can I bash his head in while he's talking?
Hold on. Oh, wait, is combat over?
Oh, we
Oh,
yeah,
no.
we killed him. We killed him. And I'm just
Uh,
pissed, so
actually,
I'm just gonna bash his
actually,
head.
can I? I was wondering, can I like pull him over and like put him against a and like give him a headlock before that happens? So Iggy wants to talk to this person quickly, if that's okay.
Sounds good by me.
Okay, fair.
All right. Before, yeah, she kind of like walks up, and she kind of wraps her astral arms around this guy's head, and she kind of and like he's actually like holding both her arms and her astral arms around his neck, and she says, "If you want to die quickly, tell us where Victor is."
It smiles and says, I will die quickly either way.
Hmm. Can I think she'll like. I like the idea of us. Let's see. Hold on. Are we okay with torturing?
Hey, hey, do you remember the guy we made deaf?
Okay, cool. She's gonna take like basically grab his jaw and just like slam it against a wall. Like not
I can start eating
Oh.
him feet first.
We're
Dope.
horrible people.
As you smash their jaw, specifically, I'm using your words,
mm,
their jaw, you hear a crack. not of like bone breaking, of like plastic breaking.
He had a
As
suicide
see-
capsule.
You see their mouth start foaming up and them seizing.
They had a suicide capsule.
Tell you what. You know what she's gonna do? Can I
Kill
grab
this
him?
guy?
Can I? So he's like currently dying. Can I grab up? Can I pull his head up and snap his neck?
We're horrible people.
Ah,
Hmm. Yeah. So when she notices this,
Ooh.
she kind of gets her astral arms and pulls up, and then just like almost like it's not even like tactically or even like pretty. She just like twists his neck like in the most visceral way she can possibly do it.
God, we're
Alrighty.
horrible people. I love it.
Yo, Aiden, can I join you in the silverware voice chat?
Hey, what the
Oh,
fuck,
oh,
Oscar?
oh yeah. My turn. All right, what I do?
Hello.
Hello. I'm not used to being here by myself.
I know. You're usually
Right.
here muted.
All right, what I do?
So you do this completely out of rage, just raw
Yeah, there's like
anger at
out
this
of character,
woman.
horrifically violent.
Yeah. So as you snap their neck, you see, and only you, the tattoos on this dude's arms disappear, except for one, which crawls up its arm, it's onto your hand, and goes onto your arm.
I'll try.
Now
Can she
have
like?
a tattoo of the cult of Balgrug.
Oh, that's not good.
The cult of the Angry Seas or whatever.
I'm guessing even if she tries to like pull it off, it's just gonna slick back on her.
It is etched into your ashy skin.
Hmm. Huh. Does anyone else notice that?
Only you. Everyone else still sees the tattoos on the dude, but you alone see that.
Uh-oh. You know, fuck that
And
guy.
I'm going to be typing up a feat to be put into your character sheet.
Uh-oh.
Is there anything else you would like to say or add or ask about?
I guess the only thing I'm gonna know is I hope this isn't some like Mark of Cain shit. Oh, it's
See.
totally Mark of Cain, isn't it?
I don't know what that is, but
Uh, essentially like Cain's descendants and all that stuff. And like anyone who has this mark is just evil.
no, it's not that.
Okay, it's probably worse. But no, that's it. Oh shit.
All right, I
Uh,
will join you back into the Dust Bowl.
all right.
And I was like, no,
All right.
Aiden's dense as fuck. He's not gonna realize anything.
Well, it was the thing of we were dealing with so much.
And then
other-
Andra got on the right track, and I was like, Andra for the win.
It was mostly
Rude.
just that whispering.
You are. I'm sorry.
To be fair, Andra hasn't fully been here for our last couple of sessions.
Mm.
Andra has been. Even like in the cave, she wasn't feeling good because shit was going on.
Yeah.
God, now I feel so
Guess
bad.
what?
That means it's
Dad
been
thought
5
your
sessions.
beacon for your car.
My
Oh,
beacon.
how
Yeah, 'cause
traumatized
the
is
State
Iggy
Farm.
now?
I told you it saves us money. We put it on.
Oh.
Hey, Igni, one of our only friends
He's gonna bring
we
it
didn't
by, but it
realize
saved us a
had
lot of
been
money. Our
replaced
insurance
for
went down
5
like a
sessions.
What?
It went from like
This has been in the
4 something
works
to
for
2 something.
a hot
That's
second.
insane.
We had to
God
set it up
damn it.
sooner. Not to...
I feel like
Since
That's
such a
gonna
fucking
save you guys a
idiot.
lot of money.
Oscar and I have been
Okay.
working on it
Did you get
since
a burrito?
before we went to the cult.
No,
Oscar,
I'll.
fuck you.
Oh, that's all right
Oh,
then.
just you fucking
Make
wait,
whatever's
my
left.
guy.
No, it's
just
okay.
you fucking wait.
Thank
I
you.
know, Oscar. That's why I'm saying it.
Hello, I'm back. Sorry.
Back.
I
I
bet.
So what
don't
happened,
care that
Igni?
you're back. We're here to insult Oscar.
What happened to
Everyone,
Igni?
you guys see the Snake Man's neck snap violently and drop dead on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Andra starts crying. All the anger's out. Now it's just a depression.
Anyone looking at Igni, she's like kind of just like standing there, almost like looking on this body, and she's not really like doing anything per se, so just kind of just like staying in her position and taking like very deep breaths.
After like during this, Andra like mates it out in between like raspy breath. Is real Victor dead? Did they kill him?
Igni just I don't think so.
Uh, uh, Andra just kind of cries on a wall for a bit.
You know for certainty that through what has happened, you might be able to latch on to some of the magic that happened. So please roll for me a history check or an arcana check, whichever one's bigger.
They're both one. But for flavor, let's do Arcana. Alright. It's gonna be bad. Oh my god, what?
The fuck?
Shit. So
that's where all our luck went.
That's
guys.
my third nat 20.
Yeah, god damn it. The dice are being Osper fucked with the roll 20 setting.
To speak about it while confusing the rest of the players, looking at the light on your arm, you concentrate really hard and you see an image. You see in a little city. Heck, hang on, I have to go through my notes.
First of all, thank
Too many
God.
notes for this.
Thank God, Arms of the Astral Self makes my fist do like force damage. Otherwise, we'd have been here a bit longer.
Yeah.
Pandid's good eye was rolling real low at the start of that.
Right. We got really lucky.
Damn it.
Because that could have gone so much worse.
I bear hugged you.
Guess what? Victor has inflict wounds, which does 3d10 damage.
Yeah.
It's still, even like if I took that damage at maximum, I would still be up currently.
Alright.
Barely, but I'd be up.
And you see an image of Victor in a moving, like in the back of a moving truck with locusts all in the floor of it. And you see the truck moving past a sign that says Ozark Beach, Missouri.
Missouri?
Ozark Beach, Missouri. Yeah, it is a town.
You say Noah's Ark?
Ozark Beach.
Ozark Beach. Gotcha. Okay, sick.
Oh, the beach where Noah's Ark landed.
No.
Yeah. Oscar, what are you doing?
Noah was in a different country. Continent, even.
Jesus isn't American?
Oh.
Who would have thought?
That'll get me on a different rant. We can't go into it.
All right.
No, we should not go
All
into
right.
that.
Well, anyway.
Stuff. Yeah.
Anyway, you guys see her kind of like her astral arm still on. She like grasps her wrist and she kind of like grips it kind of violently and would close her eyes and opens it again and says, "He's in Missouri."
Andra like stops crying and just kind of looks over it, and she's like, "Can we use your car? Because we're fucking going.
Now.
We're going as fast
fucking possible. And Andra starts running down the stairs,
Right.
like with like a band-aid.
Mm.
Fuck it. The worst I can do is injure myself running downstairs. That's nothing compared to the psychological horror.
Is the corpse still there?
Yeah, we're
That's
just leaving
there.
a corpse here.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, do you have any way of calling your agency? Because we should probably tell them we just killed something in the middle of a hallway.
Yeah. Tell you what. Can she after a second, you see her kind of take a second to kind of essentially like meditate and basically get her, her form back together and the arms kind of dissipate. She takes a huge breath and she goes up to Andrew's mom and says, "Can I give Andrew's mom like a number to call for like disposal?"
I can. She will definitely look at it and be like, I think there's a phone at the general market. I can go there and ask for their phone.
Okay, good. Also, we're probably gonna have to put this in your apartment for the time being.
She has her mouth open as if she wants to say something or object.
Before she can do that, I'm pulling him and put him in the room.
You just hear Andra from the bottom of the stairs. Sorry, Mom.
She puts her like thumb and index finger on like her temples. She's like, "No, you kids get back. Stop by here, because I will be charging you the cost it takes to get all the blood and stuff out of my carpet."
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You hear Andra run back up the stairs. Actually,
How much?
Okay.
She'll say, in your ass, how much?
Andra gives her mom 120 bucks, and she just like puts them down.
No, that's where I
I
got
didn't
this.
think you.
Leaves.
She in like the moment where you can see her, Andrea, you can see that she's very taken aback that you gave her that money.
Use anything that isn't being used on cleaning. You know where to put it. Fuck it. And she starts running down the stairs again. She ran like all the way to the bottom, realized she forgot to give her mom money, and ran all the way back up.
Yeah.
She's not doing good. Oh fuck. God damn it.
So
Yeah, this will be okay. Hang on just a sec. If you can stay for just a second. She finishes up grinding what's in her mortar and pestle, and she hands you the mortar itself. She's like smear a little bit of this on whoever's hurt. It should peel them up a bit.
does she give that to her daughter?
They're giving it to you, Igni.
Oh, it's like,
Andra already ran down the stairs
oh, right. Oh,
for the second time.
thanks. Thank you.
Of course. Be safe and watch after my daughter.
She'll like look back at her and she'll like nod, and then since Moss is muted, I'm just gonna say that she helps Moss up, and we just get in the car and we are going. I'm not stopping
Hey.
for anything.
Hey, Osper.
Hmm.
How much money do I take off the debt out of that $120 I just gave my mother?
I will add. I got you.
You mean subtract? You better fucking subtract from the debt. God damn it. I can't pay off interest on this shit.
I'm adding another $700.
Oh
God damn
God.
it. I knew I shouldn't have killed that man in front of my mother with a walking stick.
Well, Han, technically, okay. Well, technically, I snapped his neck.
Yeah, but Andra was about to bash his face in. with
Yes.
family heirloom.
Yeah, but hold on. Intent to murder isn't the same as actually doing it. There's a little difference.
Yeah, but hey, we're pretty equal on the amounts of murders we do.
But if anyone asks, you have plausible deniability because you saw someone else kill.
I do not for the other murders. Andre
Okay,
has
not that one, but this
committed.
one. All right.
Oh, you haven't even seen all the murders Andres committed.
Okay.
So
So
you were all piling into the car to go to Missouri to rescue Victor from his fate.
oh yeah. Ariel, what'd you miss?
Alrighty.
What came of my thing?
What thing? Your bird?
No.
Oh, right. You feel sorry. You feel a what can only be described as a spiritual hug trying to comfort you in this very difficult situation.
Mhm. Sick.
I'm going to commit so much murder against the cult.
Alrighty.
I'm going to apologize to Victor so profusely. I will never let him out of my sight.
Hmm.
You
Man,
guys piling all in.
Igni
heading
vouched for
off.
Igni vouched for this creature. Oh, so it
Yeah,
feels bad.
Moss is real upset.
At me?
Andre just, yeah,
Still?
probably. He's
Moss is real upset in general, but he is a little miffed at Igni.
Hey, listen, I snapped the guy's neck. What the fuck do you want? What do you want?
you to believe that there's a problem with Victor. There it is. Figured it out.
Alright. Do you want me to roll vehicle handling?
Roll your vehicle handling. So, for reference of where
Ooh.
Ozark Beach is to Branson, Missouri, it
Hmm.
is about, I think, 15 miles east of it. So, you would probably be going through Branson in order to get there.
Mm-hmm.
It's only
Alright, well,
about a 30-minute drive from Branson, but from Oklahoma City there, it's going to, be 14 hours.
So I'm guessing, Igni, you taking the first 6 hours?
can Igni theoretically drive the whole way?
Andre would not,
Obviously, barring stopping for gas. Like, we're gonna stop for gas,
Andre would
obviously.
not let you because you need to take a rest. 6 hours of continuous driving.
Hey, okay, that only applies to dust storms. Hey, listen, my con isn't that bad.
Your what?
My constitution isn't that bad.
No, but you should take a rest after 6 hours of driving. That's like fucking
Oscar.
my driver's license.
What's the
Don't
maximum
drive.
amount of time that Igni can drive before she needs to stop out of pure
Did
exhaustion?
you not hear that Andra would not let you multiple times?
Well, now I'm just asking. Okay, I'll do the farthest I can go, and then I'll stop.
So, are you asking what's the breaking point before you start going a little insane, before you have
Physically
to crash,
exhausted.
or
Physically
physically
exhausted.
exhausted?
Yeah.
Say physically exhausted for Igni, 10
Or
hours max.
keeping in mind, she also, I mean, even if she's a monk, she's also brutally snapped somebody's neck.
Yeah, so with the adrenaline, you could probably do the whole thing and then crash right after.
Oh, really? Are you sure?
Yeah, like theoretically, you would have to stop for gas halfway through.
Okay, cool.
When we stop for gas, Andra would take over. Because we need you in fighting shape. Because we are going straight to that cult. We
Yeah.
are kicking its ass.
I'll be fine.
Andra's... No. It's not the argument. That's not the argument we're
Can
having.
you drive with one hand?
Fuck yeah, I can. But
I don't know.
of course I learned
Early.
how to drive with one hand. I shoot with the other.
Earlier you were like, I don't know, man. Ooh.
Yeah, I was talking about guns because Andra has some trauma around guns right now because she just killed a bunch of people she liked.
Okay. All right. So that's like 7 hours.
7 hours.
Yeah. Since
Hmm.
you rolled so high, are you speeding to get there?
Oh yeah, I don't give a shit.
You can make it to that in 5.5 hours. You make it to the halfway point.
Nice. And then we gotta stop for gas. Osper, do we
Yes.
stop?
Hello.
Hello. All right.
Hello,
Then I have to get gas.
Yeah, you stop and get gas.
Cool.
I've driven for 9 hours straight before, and that's not good.
That's
Don't do
I
that.
mean,
that's
guys,
crazy.
to here from where we lived, Mitch, because I can't drive. I don't have my driver's license.
Right.
Hmm.
Because I'm terrified of driving.
I
Mitch
am too.
drove like 14 hours straight, pretty much.
Wow.
God.
Hell,
Mitch.
I drove for an hour and a half once and I was exhausted.
I've I've done a 9-hour drive in one go before.
Like Mitch took a 30-minute nap during that, but still, it's even with the 30-minute nap, it's still pretty much driving 14 hours straight.
Hmm.
Like that 30-minute nap does not help very much.
No,
Do
it
you
does not.
do you think I
One might
could
argue that it would be worse than that.
It helps a bit, but it's
Mhm.
not as much as like a full rest.
Do you think I could like transfer my inner monk energy? Actually, I don't have any key points left. Never mind. Uh,
To Andra to help her.
no, I'm going to I want to transfer my monk energy to this car because I can move 10 feet faster than most people. So kind of like, can I transfer my speed to this car?
No, cars aren't a living thing.
Damn,
Yeah.
that'd be cool if they were.
Andra, are you trying to steal the driver's seat at the halfway mark?
Oh, yeah. If Igni isn't giving it up, because we need to be in fighting shape when we get there.
Well, she's going to insist because she'll say, "Look, we're gonna go over there. We're gonna stop, obviously, and we're gonna take a rest. We're not gonna go in there immediately, but I can do it
Andra looks at you. It's like, why wouldn't we go in there immediately?
because exactly what you said. We're all whatever. I'll be fine. Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
Andra's gonna try doing it anyway. Andra, like, no, it's halfway. Because Andra's been like half sleeping the
Audra, I'm
entire way
fine.
here. And no, yeah, come on, we're a team. I'm not making you drive 12 hours.
You're not making me drive anything. I'm doing it on my own. I'm a big girl.
Not letting you drive 12 hours. Two of us here who can drive. There's Moss. Is Moss sleeping at this point? This
No.
is just no. Moss is just in the back. What is Moss doing? I guess chatting with Lefty.
Probably not really doing much of anything, honestly.
Mm.
Lefty signs to you. I know how to drive.
We're not letting the hand drive.
Andra actually looks over.
Andra, to clarify something for you, every time they've done their signing, you just initially understand it. Like, you don't know ASL, and if it was done by anyone else, you have no idea what Moss is signing back. But whenever the hand does it, you understand exactly what it's saying.
I look over at the hand, and you can drive. Can you help me with my missing hand for now?
They do a big thumbs up.
Are we? No, 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 no. This is my car. We are not letting the hand drive. I'm fine. Get
Hand
out of the seat.
hand jumps on the steering wheel.
Why would we not let the hand drive? It's my hand. Do you not trust me?
If anything, it should have my muscle memory. Maybe I don't know how magic works.
How are you going to press the ignition? I asked the hand. The
Andre
pedals.
just like
It
slowly gets in the car while you're talking, like to the driver's seat.
it thinks for a minute and it like slams down on your knee, making your foot touch the ignition or the gas a little bit. Not much. It's just like a little tiny push.
We don't have to worry about that. I can do the rest of the stuff as long as the hand can help me with the steering wheel.
Oscar, if I were to sit in the driver's seat and like let this thing just cruise and just tap my foot whenever it wants to, could I get a long rest?
Uh,
Oh,
You
we
would
don't
have to-
trust Andra being the driver with the hand, but we trust the hand by itself while I'm sleeping?
you can.
Okay,
You
what
have
if
to
I
pay
say
attention
yes?
to the road because
Darn.
you have to control the speed because you cannot communicate with the hand.
We don't have a psychic connection to me and the hands.
You don't know ASL.
Okay. All right, fine. Get the fuck in the driver's seat now, Joe.
Andra just like takes over as
Get,
fast as
get
in
in
the
the
car.
Oh
In my driver's
man.
seat. I'm not arguing about this anymore.
No,
You
no,
see,
we did. The only I just let you.
Yeah,
you
that's
see the
what-
hand sign. Can I try just driving without your hand on the wheel for like 10 minutes? Like you do the gas, I'll do the steering.
Okay.
Andra does look a little concerned
We're gonna
because
crash.
that's. But Andra like keeps their hand near the steering wheel in case they need to grab it.
Yeah.
But listens to the hand.
All right. Roll a land vehicle check.
Do I get it with advantage because I'm getting helped?
You do get it with advantage.
You're kidding me, Oscar. No.
Are technically getting help.
Uh,
All right. You can
It's
make
so
this
funny.
leg of the journey in about I'd say 6, maybe 6.5 hours.
yeah.
It's so funny.
Average time. The hand drives pretty well. Like, if you let it go for 10 minutes, it makes turns very nicely.
Oh
The
man.
way it does it is it jumps up and uses 2 fingers as if those are legs to turn the steering wheel and then grab
No.
it back with the rest of it.
No, it doesn't.
How does it
doesn't
how
do
do,
that.
how does it
No,
handle
what?
how's it handle the stick shift?
Yes.
It
Oh,
doesn't.
It doesn't. That's what Andra's here for.
You're going 4 all the way down.
Yeah.
You're going 4th gear all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going as fast as humanly fucking possible.
You have to downshift a couple of times, Andra, but
Fuck it. Downshifting's for idiots.
That's so funny.
I love
But
that.
yeah.
I'm loving Lefty more and more. The more we have Lefty, the more I'm
Mm.
loving Lefty.
you guys you drive through Branson, a very large industrial looking town, again struck with poverty and silence. You zoom right past it, and you go to this bumfuck little farming town.
Andra kind of looks over at, like, keeping their eyes on the road, but kind of, turning the head their way. You have any idea where they might be here?
There's a truck I saw. I'll recognize it when I see it.
Andra just is like driving around town then, trying to find this truck.
Moss, how are you doing in the back seat?
Bad.
Wait, bad?
Yeah.
How bad?
Are you good, Moss?
No.
Why not?
Moss just glares at you in the review mirror.
You worried about Victor, or
I mean, I did kind of, you know, have to fight and kill a bunch of my friends, and now I've learned that another one of my friends is missing, and I have no fucking idea what was wrong with the crazy snake guy, and why you know, I'm a little upset that not everybody trusted me.
It's been stressful. You actually do notice like Andra has like a tear that escapes her eye. She's like, I'm not feeling too well either. I'm not feeling too well either, boss.
Agni absolutely knows who I was aimed for, and she is just like staring out the side view mirror, just kind of like grasping onto the arm. Oscar knows which one.
Mm-hmm. It's your left arm.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, hey, hey! What happened to your arm over there? But Moss, sorry, Andra
That's
looks
right.
back at Moss, and it's just like, ah, I know. I'm not feeling too great about any of it either. And I kind of look at Lefty and just like, for a brief second, Andra kind of looks scared of Lefty and then goes back to normal. But we gotta try to save our friends first. The ones that aren't already dead.
Yep.
Can you
And
roll a
then
wisdom save?
I was going to ask, but I was like, no,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that I should roll a wisdom save. I'm not the DM.
I am saying it has been highly decreed. You know you are at the wheel, and you are pushing on that gas. But Lefty is the one making all the turns and watching the road. Your eyes are filled with tears.
Andra's
You,
like is blinking super fast, trying to get like back to where she can drive.
Audra, you can stop. I can drive. It's fine.
Um, no, we should keep looking around a bit. And Andra tries to gain control of her eyes.
Audra, we're here. I can do the rest.
Andra's just like, Lefty, we gotta stop.
Mm.
pulls
I
over
guess
to the side of the road.
I guess we pull over. Andra just kind of gets the back seat with Moss. Just sits down.
Then Igni will probably take
follows me.
Igni will take a more active role and just like kind of like cruise around, just like look for. Did I see any landmarks and anything? I was just on the road to it, right?
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
So can I roll
Well, as you
perception?
go into town,
Okay.
as soon as I describe it, it'll become very obvious. You go through town. There's one or two houses here and there. But as you get closer to the center of town, it goes from dirt like dirt and gravel covered roads to like paved roads, sort of like
Nice.
those big city roads.
Oh,
Then it
also,
becomes nice roads, and then it goes around into a large roundabout.
ooh,
In the
oh,
middle stands a very large white barn-like building.
God
very
damn
quickly,
it.
Mm.
quickly. Did I get the benefits of a short rest at least?
Yeah, everyone can have the benefits of a short rest, and your HP is back up to full.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that
I was
is
about to roll.
reaction surge
I was about to roll hits. I
Yeah,
was about to roll hit die.
because of the stuff the Andrew's mom gave you guys.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. I don't need to spend a hit die then.
Yeah.
I don't have any key points now.
back. Yeah, I guess Andra's in the back, and Andra's just kind of talking with the plant on her, like Elvish. Kind of ranting
Mom's
to a plant.
Moss
don't
is gonna
know.
scoot over toward Andra and try and lean on her a little bit.
Andra just like lets you lean
Does Moss like side eye me?
No, he just looks
We're
really
going-
sad.
on. We're going through some shit. Going through some shit, but we're
It
doing
looks
it as
like
a team.
it looks like the anger's dissipating, and now it's just sadness.
Yeah, Andra went through it pretty fast because Moss is just getting off of it.
Mhm.
Having
Mhm.
12 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that. Oh, did Moss take a long rest during this,
Yeah,
Oscar?
Moss, you get a full rest, long rest.
Well, the benefits
guess-
of being a child.
One of the benefits of being someone who can't drive.
Mhm.
Because if you could drive, it would have been you did a 4 hours too.
Well, he offered.
And Lefty knew how to drive.
Yeah, but we
Moss,
were not
yeah.
going to have Lefty and Moss driving. No.
Come
That's
on, what's the
bad-
worst that could happen?
A wreck?
Only
That's
thing
the worst
in-
that could happen.
That's not that bad.
I don't know. Somehow you're going to like get us into an alternate dimension or something with your warlock powers.
Alrighty.
Oh
Is that
god.
all? Does
fun.
anyone have anything else they want to say or role play out?
So-
is like Lefty on my shoulder right now, or did he go down to Moss again?
So
Lefty is on the
don't know.
connecting shoulder of both of you guys.
I don't know why I've assigned Lefty as a male, but apparently I have. That's
Lefty is a
apparently-
male.
Lefty's a male? Okay, good to
Lefty is a
know. It's a female large hand, but it is a male. Does that mean Lefty is trans?
listen, I was gonna say it, but I thought it'd be better if one of you guys say it.
Lefty's trans.
transplant.
Lefty is a
Be
trans.
trans,
icon.
become hands.
I can't wait to paint Lefty's hands the trans flag color.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So you said we
Really
landed
want to commission art of that now. God damn it.
we arrived in front of a barn.
You see a large barn, and I'll describe more about it once you are all finished with your questions and
Yeah,
such.
I'm ready. It's like you.
What
It's like
secrets are you planning?
Osprey's. It's Osprey's code
so-
for shut the fuck up and let me speak. That's Osprey's code.
I have a question.
What's your question?
So I was away for a second at the end of the fight. Did anybody grab the tracking necklace that fell off of Victor, not Victor?
No, they did not.
No.
Oh fuck!
Okay.
God damn it, my
Well,
mother.
Ripperoni's Andra's mom. That's all I'm gonna say.
There was a disposal team sent out by them, and they would be there really.
Yes, I told her to call somebody.
Oh no, they
Okay.
wouldn't because she didn't have a phone. Fuck.
She's also gonna leave the apartment, right? Because the store is like, he's walking somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't have money to spare, and if they tear the fuck out of our apartment, shit.
You guys see this large white barn. At the very top, you see a bronze, very bright statue of a large lizard-like creature looking directly at the road in front of the barn. So it looks like it's looking at you guys. And the eyes of it are very large, what seem to be rubies, glistening in the sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
This is definitely a sculpturization of the god that the cult of the Angry Seas worships.
Mr. Angry Seas himself.
Indeed.
Mr.
Time to
Angry
meet
himself.
Mr. Angry Seas.
No more Mr. Nice Seas.
Man.
And with that, I will end the session.
Hey guys, you want to know a fun fact about human flesh?
No. We're not
Well,
Um,
doing that.
thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and please ignore what's about to happen.
If
Um,
you think we're also idiots for not realizing Victor has been gone for 5+ sessions.
I love
Um,
this because this is the first episode and like backlogs we are starting to record since I'm starting a new job.
oh yeah, fuck.
So this isn't coming out this week like the last
it's
session is. This is coming out
next week.
March, like the second Thursday of March.
mhm.
Yeah, fuck.
That's coming out the 9th.
This is the
That's backlog.
second D&D game I'm in, which I've been bamboozled because I guess apparently everyone thinks I'm dense.
You are. I'm
Thanks.
joking.
I
They didn't. I played
actually
very
was
little
dropping
games with you.
Yeah,
so many hints.
Hey, to be fair, we've been having a rough couple of sessions.
That
God
is
for
fair.
God forbid I assume that you were
I
jaded.
assume that you're role playing your character that constantly has trauma happening.
Right.
God forbid.
Yeah.
yeah, but see, listen. Finn has a villain voice. Finn
I'm-
has a villain voice that he whips out whenever he's playing the bad boys.
I heard it
And it
this
is
session.
very different. It is very different from Victor's normal voice, and he
How would I
kept
know that?
doing
How would
it.
I know
And I
that?
was like,
How would I know that?
Hey, excuse me. Excuse me. Here's the other thing that you can't complain about. You've known about this, which means one of the
I'm not
three
complaining
people,
about it.
you kind
I'm
of are.
just pointing
No,
out.
you are.
I'm
You are.
pointing out.
You
I'm
are.
pointing. All
No,
right.
you.
I'm sorry. I'm
Goodbye,
sorry.
everybody.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Brett.
Thank you
I
all
don't
for
want to end
watching.
with that.
Like, comment, subscribe to youtube.com/irrational radio.
This channel you're
Check
on.
out our Twitch channel, which is
Also subscribe.
twitch.tv/irrational radio. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter,
Can I drop
Discord.
a random reference to a friend stuff?
Sure.
Uh,
I'll
check
allow it.
out Arthadian Anthologies on Spotify. He's great. He does great sci-fi things. He's working on his own system. Great guy. Huge amount of podcast.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, and with that, I shall end the recording. All right, say one last bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye
Hello,
bye.
everyone.
I'm
Bye.
sorry, Brett. Is Brett still
I'm
here?
gonna
Brett's
put my
muted.
foot in your mouth.